Hi guys, just thought I'd make a quick video today to basically discuss how starting the YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago has sort of changed my perspective on life. It's changed the way I think about life in a way, and it's allowed me to be a bit more content with myself and a bit more happy. YouTube has actually changed my life a little bit. And obviously I'm not flying high with the likes of Ali Abdaal and all of the proper influencers across the YouTube space, but starting my own YouTube channel has been a way for myself to give myself more grace and more freedom of expression. It's also allowed me to feel more content with myself. I've been looking to start a YouTube channel for well over a decade, and I feel like I finally got a grasp on my own wants and needs, and I'm allowing myself to get out of the way. On top of that as well, it's allowed me to look at the world more broadly, and allowed me to be more observant of the things that I see around me, the various different habits that I have, the various different things that I see when I'm out and about. And it makes me think a bit more about how I can provide value and meaning to you guys. And it also allows me to vent and almost record a journal without the need to write. And that doesn't mean that I don't do my own writing in my spare time. I've got my own diary that I write every so often. I find it particularly useful when I feel kind of stifled, bunched up, and in need of a mental release, really. So I do tend to vent through that. But yeah, YouTube has changed my life for the better. I wouldn't, I would advise anybody that's thinking about starting their own YouTube channel to do so, because realistically you don't know where it could take you, and unless you say something completely inappropriate and dangerous, then you're going to be all right and you're going to be okay. Realistically, it's also made me think about the fact that people probably don't care as much about how you show up in the world. It's allowed me to think when I'm out in the street about the fact that before I'd think about how they're judging me, how people are judging me, but realistically now that I'm on this, I don't care as much. I'll happily film myself speaking in my car on my lunch breaks and things like that. And people don't care as much as you think. So it's been rewarding in many different ways and many different areas. But most of all, it's allowed me to provide myself with a greater sense of self-confidence. It's also pushing my boundaries with regards to my own skills. It makes me want to get better at communicating. It's making me want to read more, to educate myself. And it's making me want to become a more fluent speaker. Every video that I put out, obviously before I put it out, I'll then rewatch it. Not just for the bad things. Obviously, I'll pick out various different things that I've noticed within my speech that I need to work on. But I also look at all the good things that I'm doing. I'm being quite open, I'm being very honest, I'm being truthful with my own experiences and my own circumstances. And that's provided me much more happiness and mental stability and mental clarity than pretty much anything that I've done before. I mentioned a couple of videos ago how there was a trend where people were going on colour walks, searching for various colours when they're out and about on their walks during their daily life. And the thing that I said then was that people oftentimes look for end up finding what they are searching for. So if you're looking for a blue colour on your walk, you'll end up finding more blues than you would say reds, simply for the fact that your attention is on the blues and not the reds. It goes back to that study about the gorilla in the basketball game. You know, you're told to follow the ball and look for how many passes are made across the team in the basketball game. And then halfway through, a massive gorilla walks onto the pitch and starts dancing around and all of this. And majority of people, 99% of the people that were, involved in at least the experiment, and I'd imagine people that have seen the experiment since, wouldn't have picked up on the gorilla because they were searching for the amount of passes that were made as they were told. And having a YouTube channel has allowed me to really focus on the various areas of conversation, the various areas of, discourse that I am interested in. And therefore it's allowed me to search for these different things and think about things that I want to say about them. It's allowed me to think that my opinions are valid regardless of who is out there that may or may not feel the same. And so this translates well with my photography hobby as well. Quite often when you're out and about as a photographer, even if you're just a hobby level like me, I am constantly on a search for things of beauty when I have my camera on me. And therefore I do not see and I do not think about the negative and the disgusting and the gross and the various things that you see out and about. So it's allowed me to look at the world in a more positive light because I'm looking for ways to help others and help inspire other people. And although I'm not perfect, I've still got a long way to go in terms of how far I can take my own communicative essence and my own skills, particularly in regards to the future of thumbnail editing and things like that. It's provided me a lot of benefit already, and I would advise anybody thinking of starting a YouTube channel, regardless of your opinions, regardless of whatever you want to do it on, just start, because you never know what could happen. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you guys at some point over the next few days. Like, comment and subscribe. If anybody wants any questions answered, I'm more than happy to take questions in the comments below. And so engage with me and you'll have a chance to get featured in the next one. Cheers.